This is the Lenoir Community College New Aviation Center for Excellence. And this is the hangar door we have to put in the back of it. They need it back there so they can wheel aircraft right off the tarmac at the Kinston Regional Jetport and into the classroom to help shape the next generation of aircraft mechanics and technicians homegrown right here in Lenoir County. But what does it mean when you take 100 feet of wall out of a steel building and put a door there instead? Well, it means you have a whole lot of force pushing down and pulling down on an opening, and you got to do something with that. Enter the girder! This bad boy is so long they couldn't even fit it on one page, couldn't even fit it on one truck. They had to bring it in 2 pieces and weld it together. We're going to use it like a header for a massive garage door. It's going to send all that weight out and down right where it belongs. And we're going to show you how we use the principles in this year's safety week to get it done without anybody getting hurt. The first thing we do is plan. We talk about what's going on site. We talk about the girder. We talk about the crane. Man, we spend a lot of time talking about the crane. We talk about where it's going to enter the site, where it's going to sit when it gets here. We talk about the weather data collection device. We talk about the flag and the lights that go on top. We talk about the hook. We talk about the rigging that's going to be used, Kevlar in this case, which is pretty cool. And of course, part of that planning is identifying high energy hazards. This job is lousy with them since pretty much every piece of machinery is a rolling high energy hazard. Then of course there's the crane, the men working at height to install the girder, the welding, which is arc welding in this case, is pretty high energy stuff. There's the girder itself, which is going to be about 40 feet off the ground. What is it I'm forgetting? Oh yeah, we're right next to an active airport! Okay, with all the planning done, now it's time for the pick to take place. This is an actual pre-hoist meeting that took place the morning before we made this pick. Pay close attention because we're going to double dip on this one. First of all, this is where we talk about the process, where everybody's going to be, what they're going to be doing. Essentially, this is where everybody owns their part. But we don't just talk. One of the most important things you can do in a situation like this is listen. That's how we engage and empower the trade partners we work with. So, with all the planning and the talking done, with everybody feeling good, there's nothing left to do but make the pick.
Anxiety, keep on trying me, I feel it quietly.
And there you have it. That's how you plan a pick out and get it done without anybody getting hurt. But with that out of the way, it's time to talk about how we commit to excellence. The truth is, our commitment to excellence is not something that just happens once. It happens every single day. It happens in the way we plan, the way we identify these hazards. It happens in the way we talk to each other, the way we deal with our trade partners. And it happens in the ink on this beam right here, where we literally stood shoulder to shoulder with our partners and put our name on our work. But that only happens once we realize we're all in it together. When we realize we all have a part in the plan, and we gotta own it. We gotta commit to it. Happy safety.